Imagine a world where saber-toothed tigers, woolly mammoths, and black rhinos still existed. These are some of the most commonly recognized animals who have gone extinct. How would their existence today change the world as we know it? Good afternoon. My name is Michaela Simpson, and I think it is important that everyone understand the severity of these losses and the repercussions of animal endangerment and extinction. If you live in Iowa, geographically, you may not care about the extinction of these specific animals because they wouldn't affect your region. However, there are several looked over, yet still important animals that belong or once belonged to our part of the world. As bear.org informs us, grizzly bears used to be abundant in Iowa and throughout the Midwest and Canada in the early 1800s, along with elk and prairie rattlers, yet we hardly ever hear of these in our region today. This is due to hunting, overhunting, and settlers cutting down their habitats. Not only does overhunting have an effect on a population, but so does farming. In more recent years, farmers have become more focused on technology and bettering their crops. In the last 15 to 20 years, we have had to leave room for, 15 to 20 years ago, we had to leave room for waterways and fence rows, and today this is not necessary and is leading to the dwindling population of pheasants and deer. Animal endangerment and extinction is still prevalent in today's world and is a problem no matter your geographical location. You may be wondering, though, how this directly affects you. As EndangeredSpecies.about.com puts it, it's all about balance. You may be familiar with the prey versus predator mentality, which is loosely based on the food chain idea. The loss of an animal has an impact on all the animals who are predator to it, and the possible abundancy with all animals who are prey to it. For example, everyone hates pesky mosquitoes, right? I know that on multiple occasions I have found myself wishing for their demise. However, what most people want to understand is how this would upset the food chain. Take a moment to think of the hypothetical and what would happen if mosquitoes were to go extinct. Populations of bird, fish, and frogs would all drop. And then there's the direct impact that they may have on your life. If you are a sushi lover and all the fish are dying off because they have less food to eat, it's going to be harder to come by these fish, causing the prices of sushi to go up. This could eventually lead to shops closing due to their raised prices and that no one can afford. And that could lead to the owner and employee's loss of a job, income, and way to support their families. So despite how much you may hate these pesky insects, please keep in mind that every species has its place. And if that's the impact of a small insect, think of all of the other impacts that are made on Earth due to animal endangerment or extinction. Now, you still may be thinking that this doesn't affect you much. After all, you hate fish and you don't know anyone who owns a sushi bar, so it doesn't have an impact on you, right? Wrong. There are many other species who have had an impact on people in America, dating back as far as you can imagine. We've all seen those images or watched those movies growing up in history class, where bison were overhunted and as a result were nearly extinct. When railroads were beginning to be built, they were destroying the path that the bison walked across. When people saw the bison along the edge of the railroads, they shoot the bison for sport, not caring about the repercussions. As an added bonus at the time, is what the Indians lived off of, and some settlers killed them just because they didn't want the Indians to have them. Or they just used them for the hides and leave the rest of the corpse to rot. According to AmericanBison.si.edu, America went from nearly 100 million bison in the early 1800s to less than 1,000 by the 1890s. This had a great impact on the Indians and led to the death of many, as they relied on the bison population for nearly everything. This also goes to show, though, that with enough effort, putting animals on an endangered or protective list can help rehabilitate the population. Today, there are about 15,000 American bison that live protected on 56 Indian reservations across 19 different states. So whether it's a species that went extinct 20 years ago, 200 years ago, or just endangered today, they all have an impact on the way people live. Be aware of the repercussions and help innocent animals from going extinct. Today, there are many organizations that fight for the cause of elephant poaching and loss of habitat such as the rainforest, and illegal killing of so many other endangered animals. Realize that every animal that goes extinct has an effect on the human species. It takes everyone's awareness to make a dent in the cause, so I hope you all feel more aware and share the knowledge that you've learned today with the people around you. Take a moment to think of other ways you can help learn more and fight for the cause. Thank you for your consideration and future contributions to the cause.